Hi, welcome to episode 4 of LRK Podcast. I tell you what, we've got a lot of stuff to talk about on this episode. First of all, let's introduce the rest of the panel. We've got Greg, the Lone Wanderer, and Tim from RageLAG Gaming. What a week it's been. Hey guys, it's just been incredible. We'll kick it off with the biggest news, which is the PlayStation 5. What
Yeah.
did you guys think?
Oh, I thought it was
Absolute hot trash.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard that
Terrible.
comment somewhere. Yeah, I heard
Yeah,
that
I think I saw a thumbnail.
You need to watch the whole presentation before you go making those sort of comments, I feel, but hey, you know.
Ooh.
Well, maybe just play the PS4.
Yeah, true. But I just want to bring up some interesting facts. With the Xbox Series X reveal, that got 12 million views in 6 months, right? With the PlayStation 5 reveal, 17 million views in 2 days. So
Destroyed it. Took it to the cleaners.
sure did, eh? So it
Yeah.
seems to be the hottest thing in gaming.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Probably agree with that.
But the stuff that we saw, you know, there's so many things happening with the PlayStation 5 now. You know, comparing it to air conditioned units and all that sort of stuff. You know, it's just,
Humidifiers.
humidifiers.
Yeah.
They did the same thing with the Series X, but I thought it was funny. But I saw somebody today did a post saying that if you look closely at the controllers, embedded within it is the PlayStation logo, that square X. You see that? It's
Yeah, I
just,
saw that too. All the little it's
attention
crazy
to
the detail there.
yeah. But I'm getting one. Who else is getting one here?
I'll be getting one. Just depends on when. I'm leaning towards day one. But
It's really going to come down to the price, isn't it?
yeah, the price and the launch titles, which really aren't clear yet.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Because we got a whole array of different titles, but we didn't get stuff from Santa Monica Studios, Bent Studios, Naughty Dog. There was a few others that we didn't see anything. So there's going to be a lot more AAA titles coming towards the launch. I'm sure of that.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm going to really look forward to.
Yeah, I think they're holding off on some stuff. I think they're waiting because Xbox might have something up their sleeve as well. So, yeah, I mean, we know what's Spider-Man and well, we've got that Bug Snacks game coming out. They're the launch titles.
The show, wasn't it?
And then we got Astro, I think, which is built in.
Yeah, built in.
Oh, okay.
There has to be another launch title.
There would have to be. I'm thinking Ratchet and Clank.
That looks the most complete, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking that, like, they're going up against Halo Infinite. I think they need like some sort of shooter or some sort of action RPG built for that sort of crowd. Maybe like a Horizon or a maybe the Demon Souls.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It'd be epic if they had Horizon for launch. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That would be, you know. But I love that game, Kenna. That looked incredible. You know, I think you were saying that was first time developer.
Yeah, Ember Labs.
Oh,
So
Ember
they only started up in 2009, and they were like an animation company.
Yeah,
so they
right.
did stuff for like Coca-Cola and Hisense and Major League Baseball and everything. Those sorts of things must be for ads and that sort of stuff, short clips. But this is their first game, and they did a little short movie on Majora's Mask. Did you see that?
I didn't get a chance. Did you?
It's really good. So it's Majora's Mask Terrible Fate. They made it a few years ago. It's like a short film. It's only like 4.5 minutes long. But it looks incredible. So if you want a bit of a peek of what they can do, have a look at that.
Okay, yeah.
It looks awesome. But yeah, for a first time, I mean, God, there's some Zelda vibes there. What else? We got. I think I sort of felt a bit of Ori there as well with the universe. Like obviously, completely not a platformer, but just the environments. There was sort of that dark forest feel, and I don't know. It looked incredible. It was probably the biggest surprise for me.
Yeah, it definitely was. Kind of reminds me of a game on the Xbox 360, Cameo. There was I forget what the rest of the title, but that kind of reminded me of that. But it's the title that I'm looking forward to the most out of all that list. Even though I love Ratchet and Clank, everything else on there. But I'm really not happy with the Enchanted edition of GTA 5. Why?
What a way to kick things off, eh? Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, I know,
I
but
couldn't believe it.
it was like a PlayStation 3 game. Then
Yeah, it was, yes.
3 generations.
Refuses to die.
Yeah.
it's true, right? It just won't go away. I was hoping that when they started doing that, I was like, oh, we're going to see the reveal for GTA 6.
Yep. Yeah. No, they give us the same thing.
It's just crazy.
Wow.
To open with that, and it was.
I saw you. I loved your reaction, Tim. That was great. Wow.
Here I am, hyped for this thing. It's the I was sitting around waiting for this thing to start, and they give us that straight out of the gates. It's like,
yeah, I don't know.
I saw an image today, and it had like because that game's been out for like 8 years.
Yep.
And there was an image next to it of all the games they released in the 7 years prior, and there was 4 different GTA games in the 7 years prior, and now they're just writing this one.
Yeah. Oh, they're milking it for everything it's worth, but it's just they've got to be having a GTA 6 somewhere in the works. It's got to be something that's near completion. You couldn't be spending the last 7 years just enhancing an old PS3 game.
Oh yeah, I think that a lot of them were just buried in Red Dead Redemption, but that's over now. So
yeah,
unless they're working on the online for that, like I imagine they still have a team on the online section for that, but they've got to be surely stepping into GTA 6 if they haven't already.
Yeah.
Maybe they were just trolling us a little bit.
It could have been
lead into. Actually, no. It's new game coming out.
Could be doing what Bethesda did with Skyrim, just put it on everything and just keep milking it for everything. Yeah. Because I'm surprised we didn't see Skyrim.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it'll be there at some point. Guaranteed.
It definitely probably will be. But what do you think of the 2 models? There was one digital and one physical. Scary.
That's different. Yeah, that's a bit different. Kind of makes it look like we're not far off physical.
Hasta la vista.
Yeah.
Sad, but
I thought it was interesting that after I saw the digital version, it almost looked like that whole design for the PlayStation 5 console was for that digital version, because the disc drive, if you look at them both side by side, the disc drive looks like it's sort of just tacked onto the side. You know what I mean? Like the digital version looks nicer.
It looks more aesthetically.
Like I'll 100% be getting the physical version, but I think Sony deliberately did it that way. I think they designed it around the digital version.
Or a humidifier, one or the other.
Yeah, well, they're just cruising through Kmart and that's it. That's what I'm looking for.
Get the budget version of it.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting when you compare it to everything else. It is actually one of the biggest consoles.
It is the biggest, I think. Yeah.
I wasn't, I didn't think of that.
I didn't think of it when I first saw it, but then, when you look at the disc drive compared to all the other consoles we've sort of got, it's huge.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I don't know. There's still a lot of speculation around price. So, what do you guys think? What would be a great intro price, do you think, for every gamer?
I think realistically it's going to be $800 Australian.
Yeah, I do.
So what's that, 500 US?
Probably at the exchange rate the way it is, yeah.
So I think that's realistically what we're looking at. And then,
because I think past generations started out at 750, 800, so...
Yeah, I think it's going to be around that figure. And then they're sort of playing cat and mouse at the moment between Xbox and PlayStation. I don't think either of them wants to show their price until the other one does. So
that's when it's gonna be interesting to see
Yeah.
that. Yeah, because if it's $800 now, I'll have to wait. I want it, but not at that price.
yeah,
It's just way too out of my price range.
yeah.
I'm kind of wondering whether the early models, like you're going to have like a physical version, but then after a while they're going to be kind of phased out and it's just going to be all digital, like later models. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, it could be. Maybe the PS5 Pro or something will be just digital.
Yeah.
But just in the digital space too, I think Nintendo will be looking at this pretty closely as well to see how digital sales go, because they could, their next system eventually, could that be an all digital? Their next system's going to come before the PS6 and the following Xbox. So could they be the first ones to just come out with an all digital, even if it's just like a handheld, like you could do it, they could do an all digital Switch.
They could. There's no, they definitely could.
So
just put more space on it, and the SD cards. Put a massive SD card on there. And there you go.
Yeah,
and they're already like a generation behind now with everything. So even when they bring out something, it's going to be still like a half a generation behind.
Yeah,
it's just the way they are. But so they could.
Yeah,
that's not good for me.
So, out of all the games, guys, what's sort of your favorites, do you think?
Let you start, Greg.
Do you want to go, Greg?
No, jeez. Okay. Well, yeah, it's interesting because I mean, I do have Horizon Zero Dawn on PS4, but it's a game that I don't know if I'm going to have to duck for cover, but I didn't get into it as much. I can see the potential of it being a fantastic game if I really got my mind set into it. But as it is, I haven't really. But after looking at the trailer for Horizon Zero Dawn 2, I'm thinking, wow, I really need to get back into the PS4, the first one. So that one looked absolutely amazing. So yeah, definitely keen on that one.
I do remember the first time I played it, I was a bit like you at the start. I remember it took me a while to warm up to that game, but by the end, I was I was in awe. It's one of those games that gets better and better, I think, the longer you go into it. And it is a long game. I can't remember how long it took, but I think it
goes for.
It's not a short game for sure.
You got to invest some time in it, and I feel the same way. It was slow to start with me, but once I got into it, it was like, oh wow, I loved it.
Yeah.
So, anything else, Greg? Any other games you're looking forward to?
I don't know. What did you guys think?
I liked Kenner. Obviously, Spider-Man. I didn't. Probably one of the only people on the planet that didn't go much on the first one for the PS4.
Me too.
I've never played it.
I think that Project Athia from Square Enix. That was only like a really short trailer, like a one minute trailer. But I'm interested to see more on that because I think it looks fantastic. Ratchet & Clank, I think that was almost like a tech demo, wasn't it? Where they sort of used that to show what the PS5 could do as far as changing environments and that sort of thing constantly. Because usually, like, you wouldn't be able to do that on the PS4. You'd just be stuck with load screens all the time.
That's right.
But the other one, I mean, like, intrigued by is Pragmata, which is that one with the sort of the astronaut and the little girl, and it was almost a little bit like Death Stranding.
Yeah.
With the big skyscraper, it was all sort of twisted, and but the thing that's got me, I guess, interested in that is it's Capcom.
It's Capcom?
Yeah, and that's a new IP from them. When was the last time we had a new IP from Capcom?
It's
because they concentrate on bringing back all these old games and keeping series alive. So
that's pretty cool because they've got that new Resident Evil as well. So they're busy at Capcom.
Yeah. So they're all about, the Resident Evils and those sorts of games like in the last few years. And graphically that looked insane. I have no idea what the story is there, but
it's one to watch,
isn't it? Good. Yeah, just keep an eye on.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, I feel the same way about Spider-Man. It's only now that I'm getting into it when I'm upgrading different things in it, the armor and all that sort of stuff. But Horizon Forbidden West is definitely one I want. That trailer to Resident Evil 8 was unreal.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until right at the end I'm trying to figure out
me too.
what is this? What is it? I said it before. That reminds me of the Van Helsing movie because you got the werewolves in it. So it looks like we are going in a different direction. But I love that one. Solar Ash is by an independent developer, so I'm interested in that one. Ratchet and Clank, and of course Kenna. So they're the ones. They're the ones I'm going to buy eventually when I do get the PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't think I'll ever go back to GTA 5. No way.
No, I won't be buying that again. I already own it on.
I think it's if you already own it on the PlayStation 4, you'll be able to download it on the PS5.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's the deal.
I probably still won't bother.
No, neither will I.
Just take up hard drive space.
I just thought of one. The strawberry game.
Oh.
G'day, mate. No,
Don't talk to me. What was
Bug
that?
Bug Snack. Oh.
Bug Snapper or whatever.
Yeah, why?
They had to be stoned. They had to be. It's just munchy food, walking around like, we had a Subway sandwich with legs.
There's was it a millipede and it was a stack of ribs or something?
Yeah.
Pork ribs.
Yeah, some ribs. We had donuts just rolling around like tires.
That was crazy. Yeah.
Come on, guys. You're going to be getting that at launch. Don't lie.
No.
I actually showed my daughter the trailer just to see her reaction. And she was just like, what the? Like, that's what she opened with. And then she's like, by the end, I want to play this. I'm like, great. I really should not.
You shouldn't have shown her that.
That game and Stray, the cat.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about that
She's
one.
keen for that, but
yeah.
I don't know.
And even Sackboy, I didn't know there was going to be a Sackboy. Like a little bit. I didn't mind the series back then neither, but then you got that Destruction All-Star, which is based on, is that the Fortnite characters?
It's not technically Fortnite, but it just screams Fortnite to me.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I don't know if it's like, it might be like a Rocket League style game.
Yeah.
It screams multiplayer. I don't know exactly what the deal is. It looks like a short sort of circuit and you can get out of your car and cause destruction as well by the looks of it. So I don't know. Didn't grab me.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right, Greg.
I was just going to say, you messaged me before about Deathloop as well.
Yeah.
I checked that out. I don't know. I didn't get so much a Fallout vibe. I got more of a BioShock / Dishonored kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
But it looks that game looks interesting too. So.
Yeah, I don't know how the story is going to go in that one because it's like almost like a Groundhog Day thing from what I can tell.
Yeah.
So from what I could tell, when you die, you sort of start back at the start and you sort of got to go through the series of events again. And I think there's subtle differences that open up each time. Yeah, like a Dead Cells kind of thing. But it's sort of, I haven't played, a whole lot of the Fallout series, but it sort of reminded me a little bit of Outer Worlds as well, just the environments and that sort of thing. But yeah, that's another one to keep an eye out. And that was from Bethesda. Apparently we knew about that, but must have slipped my mind.
Yeah.
Apparently that was already announced.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that one.
Nothing but quality.
Yeah.
Just...
But were you surprised? Were you guys surprised not to see anything from Santa Monica Studios with God of War?
I was only because the guy, we saw the tweet from, what's his name, from Santa Monica, the main guy. Can't recall his name, but he said in a tweet that they were going to be involved in the event, and there was nothing except for the little God of War snippet right at the start when it was like, I think it was just the image of Kratos from God of War 3.
Yeah.
But you can't count that, surely.
No. They're probably, I don't know. I think at a later date we're going to see the big heavy hitters coming out with stuff.
Or maybe they were they had planned to show it and at last minute pulled it because they want to keep it a surprise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe they want to wait to see what Xbox is going to do.
Yeah. Yeah, don't release everything at once. But you know, I was hoping for an Uncharted 5. Naughty Dog. I live
Hanging on
in
to it.
hope. I still live, you know, I just can't let it go. I'm
Yeah.
hoping one day.
Yeah.
But that's a question I want to ask you guys. We got with Naughty Dog, go right back to the PlayStation 1. The IP was Crash Bandicoot, then PS2 was Jack and Daxter. PlayStation 3, they gave us Uncharted, obviously. Then halfway through, well, towards the end of the PlayStation 3 life cycle, we got a new IP from them, Last of Us, which kind of got me off guard. I thought that might have been perfect for PlayStation 4. So I'm just thinking, will we see a new IP from Naughty Dog with the PlayStation 5? Will they sort of go down a different direction or what?
You have to think maybe. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, well, they're not
Big
going to...
developer, so you'd think they'd have something cooking.
If they're not going to go continue with Uncharted 5, yeah, they'll have to come up with something else, I guess. They're not going to go straight into a Last of Us 3, I wouldn't imagine. They'll they'll work on something in between. So
yeah, I'm just hoping.
I'd like to see an Uncharted 5 too, but a part of me a little bit like Greg, the story did wrap up really well in the fourth game. There's no doubting that. But
yeah.
I mean, maybe they could do something with Drake's daughter in the next one.
I don't know if I want to spoil it. Spoiler alert for Uncharted 4, but at the end where you saw Sully and his brother kind of take off, and they're like, okay, we're going to go off and now we're going to work together kind of thing. So I always thought, well, maybe an Uncharted 5 would be more following that story, maybe having his daughter come into it as well. Like maybe he'll be like a cameo, Nathan, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of in that same vibe. Like I feel like that story was finalized and I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it'd be interesting to see.
And I think with the Tomb Raider games so similar as well, that sort of helps alleviate the need for an Uncharted game, because they are very,
definitely
very similar.
Yeah, because Lost Legacy worked really well. I know you guys. Have you guys both played it?
I haven't played it. I'm getting to it, but
you're still working your way through.
Well, I'm working my way through the older games because I played them sort of back to front. I played 4 first.
Okay.
So
that's okay.
And because I love 4 so much, I've gone back to play the old ones, and we'll get to that in a minute because that's some of the games I'm playing. But
I was tossing up, but I don't know why, but I had the Lost Legacy. They were both $19. Lost Legacy and Wolfenstein Youngblood, and yeah, I feel like I've made a mistake there because I'm not really getting into Youngblood at all, and I don't know if it's because I didn't get the Uncharted game, so I'm just kind of wanting to hate on it so that I can take it back and
buyer's remorse.
Yeah, so
just hot trash, mate.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, everything's hot trash.
Yep, that's right.
Unless it's Xbox.
True. But for me, I don't know. With the Xbox, I'm not going to get the Xbox Series X now. I'm making the statement now.
Oh yeah, I saw your post on YouTube, Ken.
Yeah, I saw that. The coffee table.
The
Xbox, the fridge holding up the diffuser.
Table. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The humidifier.
Yeah. So, what else are we going to talk about? The PlayStation 5. Anything else you want to?
I just, not that I'm massively into the Hitman series, but I thought graphically that game looked pretty good. I think some games really showed off the PS5 what it could do, and then others, you know, like the bug snacks and the what was the Goodbye Volcano High.
That was weird.
It just looked like something off Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs in a band. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Like, please. And then, you know, Sackboy. There was that game Jet, which was just nothing. And then Stray. Unless you love cats, who's going to buy that?
Greg.
That's right. Ken's got me on Facebook. I always post cat pictures, so maybe I'll get it. Maybe.
But yeah, I just think some games really captured what the PS5's about, and I think that's,
I guess they're not all going to be AAA.
Well, that's it. Everyone, there's different tastes, and obviously different demographics with younger audiences, and that they want to capture that as well. So, but I thought Hitman looked good, and the Oddworld Soulstorm.
Oh yeah! Wow, forgot about that.
Soulstorm, that's right.
That looks kind of cool. Sort of half piqued my interest, and then Demon Souls as well. I never played the original.
That looks cool.
Yeah, so there's plenty to look forward to. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, there's a really good mishmash of games from independent developers to some of the biggest studios. So that was really good to see.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that. That was a great presentation. It was just
I'll ask you both the question. What was the worst game you saw?
It's got to be Bugsnax.
Bugsnax.
The accent
I'm locking
is
in Bugsnax
so bad.
as well.
Yeah.
That and Volcano High.
Yeah.
Whatever that was. Goodbye, Volcano High. Yeah.
I'm just thinking maybe that's how Wood really lost the ambassadorship. He was the voice actor for a PlayStation 5 game.
Maybe
that's what it is.
Maybe that was right.
I don't know. Believe that. I was like, was it half? It was like half English accent, half Australian, half American.
Yeah.
Like
Woodhawker.
2% Japanese. I don't know.
I hate when they do that to us. They get the accent so wrong. They overemphasize it. It's just When I saw that, I was like, oh, come on, please. We don't talk like that.
Well, just the whole that plus what the game was, just a massive. It just looked like I was inside of a Fruit Loops box.
A fruit.
Yeah, true.
Don't you want to chase after millipede rib creatures?
I think I'd just get hungry playing that game.
Yeah.
Probably
maybe Darius did have a hand in it.
Yeah, maybe.
He's got to be on the team, surely.
Yeah, definitely. So that's pretty much it for the PlayStation 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Really happy with it, but yeah, we'll see. Wait and see with the prices. That's the thing. Shelf of Greats. Ooh. Greg, congratulations. 2 weeks in a row now.
Oh, wow.
2 episodes, you won it. Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation. Was it
rigged?
Yeah, it had to be rigged. Come on. 2 from 2, Greg.
I know, right? And I think I'm going to win it again this time. So.
Well,
ooh, confidence.
Okay, well, you can kick it off.
Win against the privilege.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to let you guys win, but I've picked a good one. And this is a very iconic game. It's been around for a long time. Everyone knows it. And I know it's a favorite with you guys right now in light of recent events. And it is Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PS3
and PS4.
Oh, and the PS4.
And Tim's walked off.
Oh, sorry, Tim. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm impressed.
A bit of a
good Lord.
I'm impressed you got it on both systems. You got it on the PS3 and the PS4.
Yeah. And I'll get it on the PS5 if I have to.
It's probably on that laptop you're working from right now, isn't it, Greg? I'd say.
That's why I'm looking around. I don't know whether I want to go with the PS3 or the PS4 version. I might go PS3. Go PS3.
Yeah. OG PS3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to explain to us, Greg, why this game is so good?
Well, it's been around for 100 years. It's covered now 3 generations of PlayStation. They're probably still making shitloads of money off it, going by the amount of updates they do on it. And I was in EB, I don't know, maybe 6 months, 8 months ago, and they were still trying to flog it for $100. So, I mean, a game in 7 years, maybe 8 years. Wow. And EB was still trying to get $100 on it. So,
and right now it's $49, so it has gone down.
Oh, good.
But they're still trying to flog it for $49 after 7 years.
Well, that's it. Yeah. No, that's more of a joke. I just,
It is the highest selling game of all time, isn't it? Oh, behind Minecraft, is it?
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be up there.
Yeah.
But the funny thing about it is that I have a mate that probably knows the roads better in GTA than he does in real life. He gets lost in real life, but he's like, yeah, go the highway, we'll take this shortcut and we'll go there. I'm like, okay, whatever. He just plays it so much. So
there's a massive online community for that. There's even like role play sort of stuff.
Yeah, I've seen that shit.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Not for me.
Nah.
Okay.
All right, boys.
Who's going to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
Timothy?
I'm going to give a few hints before I show this one.
Okay.
I'm changing my tact a little bit. I'm going to try a little experiment here. Try and expose a few people.
Oh, shit.
So this game is made from the creators of the Game Gear Micro. Okay. It's big in Japan. And this is going to test the loyalty between Greg and Mick Hero.
Oh.
The payroll situation needs to be sorted out because I know you've got him on the payroll, Greg. And I know he can't vote against this game because he loves it. He recommended it to me.
Oh, no. I've lost one vote already.
Vote against it.
Oh,
Come on. This one's for you, Mick Hero. Do I get your vote this week?
No, don't do it.
Oh, no.
But besides all that, the game itself,
Yeah.
amazing story. Gameplay, gameplay's not. We're just going to put gameplay over here for this one.
Oh, shit.
It's a great entry point for anyone for the Yakuza series. So this was the first one I played, and it got me to buy the rest of the series, which I've got to get to.
Awesome.
And the setting, I love the setting. So late 80s in Japan, Osaka. You're walking around. You could do your karaoke, your 10-pin bowling, visit the arcade. You're walking around with the massive collars and the gold chains. I mean, who hasn't daydreamed about being a Japanese mobster?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And is that the game that has the guy in the nappy or the guy in the underwear and he dances?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he comes down and there's a bit of a dance in a nappy, a full-grown adult.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you get that in GTA 5? Oh, well, you probably do, actually.
Good modding.
Yeah.
So that's my game, Yakuza 0. Please.
I've lost Nick.
I need a win.
Yeah.
I need to play that game. I haven't played any. So that should be the game I play first.
Yeah, so they made this afterwards, but it sets up I guess is it the prequel, Greg? You've played it, haven't you?
Yeah, it pretty much sets the whole thing up and how all the characters come to be and everything. So yeah, it's definitely a good one, and with all the HD graphics and everything. Yeah, and then you've got like the Yakuza Kiwami games, which is remastered. 1 and 2. So
and they're available. Well, I'm not sure about the second one, but Yakuza 0 and Yakuza Kiwami are available on Game Pass.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. They're recently added, so, well, maybe a month or two ago, but yeah, relatively new.
Awesome.
That sounds really good. Yeah, I'll check that out.
Mm.
Damn. Okay, my turn. Going through the shelf, picked out one of the best PlayStation 2 games. I'll go back to PlayStation 2 for this one. And it is Britney's Dance Beat.
Oh, AAA game. You said it was going to be AAA.
I told you guys it was going to be AAA. Nothing but the best I'm picking out of my shelf. Great game for anybody that's a Britney Spears fan. Yep. In this one, you get to play with Britney Spears. Play as Britney Spears. I mean,
okay, all right.
Play as in a 3D model.
Okay, fair enough.
I just think it's a great game for anybody that wants a bit of Britney bitch.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Yeah, hit me, baby, one more time. And the gaming community is so toxic. Sometimes you need a little bit of light entertainment.
Yeah,
so that's my pick. Britney.
How would they go making like a new one of those with Britney and her new look? Although I haven't seen her in a while. She went through the shaved head stage. Maybe that could have been like a Britney 2, and then I think she's back on track now. So Britney 3.
Yeah,
so full circle.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, eh? Yeah, great. No, that's my pick.
There you go, Ken. All right. I
So
think it's
Britney
between you and I, mate.
Yakuza.
You can see where I'm going.
I don't
with
know.
this.
He's a dark horse. It's a
Yeah.
dark horse. Brittany could take it out.
Yeah.
A lot of gamers would like Brittany.
Yeah, I'm sure they would.
Fair enough.
It sold a lot of copies back in the day, but hey, let's get on to something that really, I think, ticked us all off. Beginning of the week with Sega and the Game Gear Micro. The big 60th anniversary of Sega, and they give us something incy bincy like that.
The Sega Tamagotchi.
Yeah, the Tamagotchi. What were they thinking?
Is anyone going to buy those?
Maybe in
someone
Japan.
will, but
Yeah.
Were they $50?
$50, yeah.
So $200 for the 16 games. I think there's four in each.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not worth it, is it?
Something that small. Why wouldn't you just play a mobile game?
True.
I don't get it. I don't play mobile games. Can't stand them. But
no.
I don't get it.
I mean, it'd be cool if it had if it was a Game Gear Mini, like the other stuff they put out and some of the better games on it. But yeah,
what other games are they putting like Sonic on there?
Yeah, one of the games.
As soon as I saw what it was, I just didn't even look into it. But how can you play Sonic at that size? How can you play a platformer like that?
It's impossible. It's really impossible. Because there's, I think, the first Sonic game's on the first color, then another color has got another Sonic and Tails game. So it's sort of spread out over a couple of different of those consoles, but it's like a 1-inch screen. So
yeah,
how? It's just, to me, it was just one of the stupidest things I've seen from Sega do ever.
What they say beforehand, it was going to be like this groundbreaking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was groundbreaking. Yes.
Was there something else though? They said they also like streaming in arcades in Japan or something.
Yeah, there was something about arcades as well.
Yeah, the fog. They call it the fog. Yeah, I didn't really follow that, but yeah. But then later in the week, we get to some really good news. What was the LRK Kid remake? Why wasn't that the one that they announced first?
Exactly. Well, I'm thinking maybe that was the original announcement, and then something happened, and they just thought, we'll just throw the Game Gear Micro out there. But no, that was really cool to hear about that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was a funny one. I told Haley about it because one of the games, whenever we have gaming nights, she jumps on the Master System and plays Alex a Kid. And I asked her, and she's just like, "Oh, why? Like, I just like the original one." So
Okay.
I don't know. She's sort of like that though. Like she's a bit like us in that she won't move on to the older stuff. Like with her books, she loves the books, but she will always stick to a hard copy book rather than go and get download books on the whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm definitely in that.
In the tablet or whatever. So we like our physical stuff. I guess she's still in that old mindset too. It's just like, do we need a Alex the Kid remake?
Well, we didn't think we did, but
we're getting it.
I'm interested. Like, I'll probably pick it up, to be honest. I'm interested because I love the game and yeah.
I mean, you can switch back between the 8-bit graphics as well. So the Wonder Boy 3, Dragon's Trap, you can switch between that. So if you want to reminisce,
well, that's a good example too. Like, because that looked great. Like what they did with that, the new graphics. So
I think
it might look really good.
It will work, I think. Yeah. And it is getting a physical release, and thank God it's not limited run.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's already on EB Games website. I've seen it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really?
We might get a copy. We might be able to get it.
Do we know a date?
Early next year, early 2021. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, on PlayStation 4, Xbox, and Switch, PC, everything. So, yeah. So, yeah.
Okay.
So, check that out. So let's talk about what games we've been playing for over the past 2 weeks. I haven't been playing much. I've been too busy doing other stuff, but I played a game I downloaded on the Switch called Echo, EQQO. It's based on Ethiopian mythology. You play as a kid that's blind, and you move him around the screen by tapping on the environment, and he's on a quest to return this egg to a mother tree. So it's all based on this mythology. Beautiful graphics, but I have to say the controls at times does some crazy things. It's got those, if you want to play it with the gyro mode.
The motion controls.
Yeah, I turned that off because I hated that. But
Yeah, I don't like, yeah.
I just hate that. But I noticed that sometimes I'll be moving the character around, and all of a sudden the camera will just go up to the sky. And I try to move it down, it'll just sort of start doing its own thing. So there's a few teething problems with that, but it looks beautiful, and I like the story. So that's pretty much all I've been playing. I'm waiting for games to come from Oz Game Shop. I got a couple here I need to start playing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Did you end up finishing Astral Chain?
I haven't gone back to it since last time. Another
Well,
probably,
you've been, in fairness, you've been pumping out the videos. Oh, and congrats on 1K subs too, by the way, because I don't think you were quite there, were you, for the last podcast?
No, I wasn't.
You're just under.
And it was the Sega video that did it.
Yeah. The Tamagotchi got you over the line.
Yeah. It was crazy because all of a sudden I'm getting these subs from that video. I'm like, really? But also, Greg, you're at 60 now. You're stable on 60.
Yeah, I went under, and then I
went
got back up again.
So
happy with that. I'm going to send a shout out to Level 1 Online. He was the one that got me back up to 60.
Nice.
I signed my dad up for it. He doesn't know that. Yeah. So I'm 61 now.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Just make a few of those old accounts. Just boost your numbers a bit.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Well, supposedly I'm behind a dozen of them. So.
Yeah, you've been the inspiration for a few.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Don't see him around much though, do you? Anymore?
No.
Anymore.
Interesting that, yeah.
I haven't seen miserable Ken around lately.
No, he's disappeared. He must be happy.
Cheered up.
It's just cheered up.
Yeah. Back to work.
He may be as excited by the PS5 stuff, and it's just turned him around, brought him out of the hole.
Yeah. That's great. So, Greg, what have you been playing, Greg?
I actually listened to Timothy and got the Command & Conquer remastered on Steam for, I think, $29, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed those games back in the day. So enjoying the HD graphics, and I think they've done the music as well, Tim. They've done that up as well. And
I think they redid a lot of the sound, I think. But So what did you think of? So you played the Command & Conquer series, didn't you? So because I played the Red Alert one.
Yeah.
And they didn't do anything with the cutscenes. I remember you were saying you were disappointed in that. They didn't do that for the Red Alert either. So I was a bit shocked to see that, given that how the game looked, and then you go away to a cutscene, and it looked like 1995.
It definitely looked out of place with the early 3D kind of cutscenes and stuff, and they were kind of grainy, but But apart from that, it's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And aside from that, I played a bit of Last of Us on the PS3 just to get myself revved up a bit. And
still good?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm going to get The Last of Us 2 first day, but certainly looking forward to checking that one out.
Yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. I saw
Big Console Gamer?
Happy Console Gamer. Thank you, Ken. His review of it, which was spoiler free, and that got me hyped. Really did.
Yeah.
So, and I was surprised to learn it's a 20 to 30 hour game.
Wow.
Because I think the first one was only maybe 15 hours, if that. 13, 15 hours, something around that sort of time. But yeah, much longer game second time round. So looking forward to that. The environments look so good.
True.
Yeah. Are you getting that one, Ken, day one?
No.
No.
I'll hold off until PlayStation 5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that has crossed my mind too, because you could see, he played it on the PS4 Pro, and it looks like a game that would really benefit from the 4K. So waiting for PS5 would be, yeah.
I mean, they could be working on an enchanted version of it on PlayStation 5 now. Who knows? There could be.
Yeah.
Add some extra things to it to make it enticing for them. Yeah, I don't know.
But the games I've been playing, Uncharted. So I sort of touched on that before, but I've gone back to Uncharted 1. I did a playthrough of that, and almost finished Uncharted 2. So I saw Alpha Nerd's stream, and that sort of prompted me to check it out because it looks great. Like even he was playing the first one at the time, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to get on that. So played through it. I noticed the enemies were a lot more aggressive in the earlier games, and also the amount of bullets they take. Like they're just bullet sponges in the first and second game. Like I was emptying full clips into these guys' heads and chests and things, and before they drop. So I don't remember that in Uncharted 4.
I think it was a little easier.
Yeah.
And the puzzles definitely were easier.
Yeah. And Nathan's sort of not as agile as he was in the fourth one as well. Like it's a bit like he doesn't control as well. And the climbing, especially in the second game, there's some pretty crazy climbing that you have to do through that sort of ice caverns. And that was, it's just a little bit rigid, but the stories are great. And that's what I'm sort of playing them for. And of course the environments, they've held up really well. So that Nathan Drake collection, it's $19. Like if you haven't got it, it's 3 great games.
I should.
And I played a little bit of the Command & Conquer as well. Similar thoughts to you, Greg. And the other game that I've played, I picked up, is Fire Emblem 3 Houses for the Switch. When that was announced last year, I sort of saw it, and the gameplay didn't really grab me. So I sort of held off, but I picked it up and I really like it. So I'm almost halfway through playing as the Blue Lions. It's really good. I mean, a lot of people sort of already know what that is, but it's a game that I think it'd be a hard sell to someone who's never played Fire Emblem before, because like if you see the trailer, if you haven't played Fire Emblem before, I think most people were like me and just like nah. But it's a franchise that I'm thinking I might even collect for and go back and try and pick up some of the 3DS ones.
Yeah, I got them on the 3DS. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah,
get them before they go up, because prices on the 3DS are going up pretty steady now.
I've noticed that. Yeah. Nintendo, they just hold their prices.
They sure do, don't they?
3DS games are still selling for what they released at, and I bet you it's going to be the same for the Switch as well.
Yeah. I mean, Mario Odyssey and Mario Kart 8's been out for 3 years, and it's still full price.
Yeah.
And same with Breath of the Wild. So
Breath of the Wild, yeah.
Your favorite game, Ken?
Yeah, my favorite. Yeah.
How are you feeling, Ken, with Kenna looking a little bit like Breath of the Wild?
It looks better than Breath of the Wild. The environments look.
Yeah, I'd probably have to agree with that, actually.
Yeah.
Looks a little bit darker.
Yeah.
When I first saw it, and you see the little gremlins running around, I'm like, oh, come on, this is just another one of these indie sort of kid titles. But then you see the sort of dark monster come over, and the combat with the bow and arrow. Yeah, it just looks really nice.
Yeah, so that's the one I want. So yeah. Definitely. Well, okay. The biggest news of the week wasn't it wasn't the PlayStation 5 apparently. It was BeatEmUps being dropped from the Nintendo Switch Ambassadors Program.
Run me a river.
Well, he did make a big song and dance about it, and we don't have I got to say, we haven't got his permission to talk about it, but we're still going to talk about it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're living dangerously.
You won't have a channel tomorrow.
No.
Taken down there.
Like Keemstar and Tipstar. Whatever other fucking star there is.
Oh,
Right.
it's true, eh? Yeah, but he's milked it for everything it's worth.
Mm.
Like, to make the second video as well, like, is he made 3 on it?
They kind of made 3
Yeah.
videos. Didn't they?
Yeah.
His last Switch, Nintendo Switch video, and there was the other one with his
The last game.
Switch
I
games.
think the original's up to 1.5 million views last time I checked. And what did we work that out? That's about $6,000.
Yeah, about average. Yeah,
That's about $6,000 just for that video.
Yeah.
Plus he's got his Patreon and everything else. Not that, we can talk about money, YouTubers making money and all the rest of it, but I guess to sort of get on there and play the victim a little bit and while he's getting probably 12, 13 grand a month or a week, from videos.
Yeah, he's doing well.
He's doing really well, which is great. Like, but don't get on there and do that. Sort of was my take anyway. Because
he's saying it's not the mod video, but we all know it's the mod video that is what got him in hot water with Nintendo. Yeah, absolutely, no doubt about it. And
well, it wouldn't be his fault, would it? So
no, it's not.
And I think he it was purely just for those clicks and just for the money, because he talks about this passion for Nintendo, but you look at his thumbnails and it's all eShop stuff. I mean, can anyone be passionate about making eShop videos? Like, honestly,
no, not that many.
Like, they're doing it, and RGT85 is the same. Like but he openly admits it on the Spawncast. He's admitted to just making videos for clicks. He said he bought a Switch Lite just to make a video. Like, he didn't want the Switch Lite, but he bought one because he knew it would get clicks. Yeah. So that's what they're doing, which is fine, but be a bit transparent about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's right. Don't just sort of sit there and say, woe is me, Yeah. It was what he's doing. I mean, if Nintendo don't want him, they don't want him, and just suck it up, princess. Yeah. Yeah, I just thought it was funny. He said, I wasn't going to talk about it, but then 3 videos later, and I'm sure there'll be more. So I guess they just expect us bigger YouTubers to buy our own games. Wow, what a thought. Oh, terrible. Like John Hancock and his Genesis Mini that time. Remember that when he was crying about that? Oh, he really wanted that. And I've heard it says sound issues and it's bloody terrible. We haven't heard much from him lately. No. He's been a very good boy, I think. Yeah. It's interesting, considering. Yeah. So, I guess that's it for the podcast. We're probably up to about an hour now. So, yeah, close to an hour, Yeah. So don't forget to vote on our games for the shelf of games. Oh, look at that. Perfect timing. Show them. We got GTA 5, Yakuza 0, and also Britney's Dance Beat. If that doesn't win, I don't know what will. What it'll take. So thanks very much for watching the podcast, guys. Anything you guys want to finish off with? Maybe if we'll put all the channels down in the description, maybe, Ken, and just in case anyone hasn't seen the older ones of the older episodes of the podcast, you can come through to my channel and Greg's channel. And then I think Ken's got the first episode on his channel anyway. But we're sort of taking it in turns, and we're sort of in talks whether or not it might just stay on Ken's channel after this. We haven't really decided yet. Haven't decided that. So, links in the description, and I think that's about. Oh, hold on, one more thing before we go. Yeah. Pretty important topic. We haven't discussed Dreamcast guy's outfit. Lycra. We can't let that go without having a chat. Was he supposed to be dressing as Spider-Man? That's what it was. Yeah, it took me a while. I had to sit through because he opened the video and he just started talking about the thing, and I'm just like, hang on, you can't just. There was no. You was there any context at all? Like, he didn't say like. He said about halfway through the video, he's just like, "Oh, don't mind the outfit. I'm just dressed as Spider-Man," and then he just continued on with the rest of the thing, and I'm just like.
So-
There should be like a warning or something.
I started watching. I'm like, what the hell is this? Is he into some sort of
I
weird
thought it
thing?
might have been a bet.
It might- he lost
a bet
something.
or something.
Yeah.
Maybe part of that bet was to not really sort of say anything, but
Mm,
had to be.
yeah, it was funny. It was weird. Very strange to see a grown man in that sort of outfit. But in our next podcast, we'll all be dressed in those outfits. Okay.
Yeah, we need to.
I just couldn't. Mine's in the wash, so I couldn't wear it.
Yeah.
Can I say something before we go?
Yep.
I just want to say to Simon Stevens, do not delete your channel.
No, don't do
You are
that.
a good man and you're a good YouTuber.
Agreed.
Stop
Yeah.
this. Stop
Keep
this.
Yeah.
That's all I
Beam
can
it
say.
up.
Don't delete it, Simon.
Yeah,
We watch every one of your videos, so
they're
Yeah.
funny. Enjoy them.
Simon,
Yeah.
one vote. Simon.
oh wow.
Oh,
I see
that's
what he's done
I
there.
thought about. Well, what for Britain?
Don't suck up to him now.
Screw off, Greg.
Okay.
Screw off.
See ya.
Okay, thanks very much for
Bye.
watching, and we'll see you next time.
See
Bye.
you guys.
Bye.
Bye.